All right. So, any questions on that? Let's go to the next
I
one.
thought it's 2.64 since there's a 5 and you're rounding up. Oh, no, it's a 3. My bad. I got it.
Good? All is good. Okay. So, let's go to number... let's jump around a little bit, maybe. Let me see. We won't have time for all of them. How about we jump down to number 9?
How about number 8?
82 pounds equals how many ounces? Yeah. I'll try that one. Find it? 16 pounds in or 16 ounces in a pound, huh?
So we multiply across 82. 82 times 16.
Put the thing you start with over 1. That's what we always do. Times, and then what's the first thing we do?
We'll put the pound at the bottom.
Pounds at the bottom, so they'll go away because we don't want them in the end. What we want is that. Where do ounces go?
At the top.
At the top, because that's our goal. Then go look at the chart. It'll tell you 1 pound, 16 ounces. Is that good? So am I going to multiply or divide by that 16?
Multiply.
If it's in the top, it's multiply. If it's in the bottom, it's divide. So this is a multiply. Just use your calculator. I'm getting, oops,
1,312.
yeah, 1312. But that's too many digits. Too many significant digits. Remember what you do?
2.
Let me let you do it. I'm expecting great things. You guys had this lecture, right? Significant digits?
Yeah, we have it.
Accuracy, precision?
I believe it's 13.
We're not concentrating.
So, 2 significant digits. So all we get is 2. So 1, 2. So this is my last one. Look 1 to the right. Leave it 13. But could it really be 13?
No.
You're not thinking the answer is 13 ounces, right?
Can't be.
Right?
So I
It's
have
like
to add
1,312 isn't the same as 13,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That'd be silly. If you went up to anybody and said, yeah, I had 1,312 answers and I rounded it just to 13. Right? They go, you did.
Can't be that. So I have to put 2 zeros again.
Yeah, remember?
Yes.
It's 1,300. That's still only 2 significant digits.
Yes.
Because the zeros are not.
Don't count.
Yeah.
They do at certain times. Do you remember? I'm giving you a little quiz. And we'll review it today when I go over the practice test, but
We have a decimal.
good job. If they're after a decimal, then they are significant. We'll review that when we go to the review test at the last hour here. So these ones are not, so that is that's only 2 significant digits. Those zeros are not significant. Zeros don't count unless they are after the decimal. Is that making sense? The zeros don't count unless they're after the decimal. So that's a 2 significant digit number. 1,300 ounces on number 9. And we got it. Checking the answers here in the back as we go. So I don't want to mislead you. Is that good? Feel like you guys can crank these out? Can I jump on to another section? We do have some other ones we need to cover. Well, I don't know. Those are kind of the same. Oh, yeah. No, we got to go to those two timers. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go to the back. I'm going to go to a new page now. I'm going to go to page number 542. Next page. And I'm going to jump down, well, I guess I could do this. Yeah, oh yeah, here would be a good one. Here's number one. It says 29,020 feet equals how many miles? I'll try that one. By the way, how many significant digits in that original number?
3? No,
4.
5.
Does this last zero count?
No.
What did we just say here? Zeros don't count unless they're after a decimal. So that last one doesn't count. These are the one in the middle counts, of course, because there's a 2 coming after it.
So you mean it's right
4.
after the decimal?
Only zeros after a decimal
But
count.
the second zero is still after the decimal.
Not after, before.
It's before.
The decimal would be right here,
Oh, okay.
right? If the decimal's not showing, it's
Oh,
at the end.
Okay, I write it wrong. I got 29.0.
So there's 4. That last zero doesn't count. Do y'all see that? Do you get it? So one more time. Really think on what this says here. Zeros don't count unless they come after a decimal.
Oh, gotcha.
So this last zero doesn't count. It's not significant.
It would have to be 2.0 for it to count.
Yeah, right. If it was 2.0, then it would count. It's just the 2, the 9, the 0, and the 2. It's just those 4. Now, you still use the whole number when you do the math, But I'm saying in the end, we're going to make our answer have 4 significant digits because the original has 4 significant digits. Put that over 1.
What's the question? Miles or foot to miles? Okay.
So where do I put the feet?
Bottom?
In the bottom, so go away. What do I put in the top?
Mile?
Miles. Look at the chart. What does it say? 1 mile, 5,280 feet.
Where do you see that?
I don't know.
Because it says kilometers, but it don't say.
It's under the
feet.
length. Under the length.
Length, upper right.
Top? I'm thinking.
Uh-huh. You all good? So is that multiply or divide then? It's on the bottom, so it's divide. So use your calculator. I'm getting 5.49621 blah, 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 blah miles. Now we've got to round it correctly. Don't we?
We have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
How many digits do we get?
4.
4, because the original, it was 4 significant digits. So go 1, 2, 3, 4. We got to stop at the 6, don't we?
So I have a question. Do we divide the first number into
Oh yeah, always
this number? Or
right.
Do we divide
always
the
start with
bottom
this one
number?
on your calculator.
Always start with
Always start with the
top?
first one on the calculator. Yeah. So there's the 4th digit, and you look 1 to the right. It's less than 5. So we leave it 5.496 miles. Is that good? Not making sense? Questions on that one? All right, because it's about to get more tricky. We're about to go to 2 units. So if you've got that down, let's go to trickier stuff. All right, so now we're talking. Now I'm on number 8. Nope, I'm on number 6.
Number 6.
Same page. 542 still. And it's going to go 9.8 En/dA equals FT/WK. What do you think that's saying?
Feet weeks.
Is that inch?
Yeah, what's that slash mean, you think?
Inch a day? It's
Divided.
per day.
Per day, yeah. It's saying the shrub known as Our Lord's Candle has a record growth of 9.8 inches per day. That's a lot. That thing grows almost 10 inches in a day. Wow, you can almost see that thing growing. So 10 inches in a day almost. Anyway, they want me to convert that to how many feet per week. So if it's growing 9.8 inches per day, so the slash is a divide, huh? And you know what I would do with that, guys? Is I would right away, I would make it into a fraction like this. And our goal is feet. Just make it into a regular fraction. Does that make sense what I did there? Be easier for what we're going to do. So 9.8 inches per day means 9.8 inches per one day, doesn't it? Per every day. See why I put the 1 down below? That's what it means. Huh? Just like if you say you drive your car at 60 miles an hour, you mean 60 miles every 1 hour. If you went at that rate, you'd cover 60 miles every hour. All right. So, are you with me? It's going to get harder here now. Track with me. This is where I got confused. You know where I first learned all this was chemistry class. I went to junior college up in Rockland just a couple years ago. No, 30 years ago. I went to junior college up in Rockland right after high school. And the chemistry teacher taught us how to convert units. And I really didn't get it until after the test was over. Then I was like, oh, I see. You're just getting rid of the units. I didn't realize it till then. You know, it was a little late. But here we go. So remember, what am I saying is the thing that motivates you, that makes you take the next step? Getting rid of what's there. Now, I have inches on the top right now. Do I want inches in the end?
No.
No, I want feet. I don't want inches. So that means I want to get rid of inches. So where do I put them if they're in the top right now, where do I put them to get rid of them? Denominator. They're going to cancel out, huh? Now, well, okay, great. Well, how do you know what to go to? What do you want? Feet. So put feet right there, huh? That good? And what's the relation between feet and inches? You look on the chart if you need to. See the connection with feet and inches under length?
It's 12 inches.
1 foot, 12 inches. But hold on, we're not done. It's going to take one more step. Why not? Why aren't we done? Everybody tracking with me right now. If I stop the problem right now, the inches are gone. See how the inches are being crossed off?
It's going to be
But what's left?
Then
Feet per day. If I stop right now and calculate, that answer is going to be in feet per day. Is that what I want? Feet per day? No, I want feet per week.
Multiplied by 7.
So I need to do another fraction. Now, track with me. Am I going to put feet down below? No, I'm happy about feet. I want feet in the end. I don't want to get rid of feet. Feet's what I want. Well, what do I want to get rid of? What am I not happy with? Days. And they're on the bottom. So guess where I put them in the new fraction to get rid of them? It's got to be at the top. That way days, and it's okay, you can cross-cancel far away, just like you would close. Makes no difference. Everybody see how I knew to put days in the top?
Yeah.
No numbers yet. Remember, the words lead and the numbers follow. That's what I didn't get. When I was doing the chemistry class, I'd always say, well, how does he know where the numbers go? I was always trying to do the numbers first. You know, I didn't get it. You just put the words down and the numbers follow. So I put the words down, how they'll cross out. Days will cross out. Bye-bye days. Okay, and what do I put in the bottom? What do I want? Weeks. No numbers yet. See how I'm letting the words lead me to the numbers. The words lead the way. That's what kept confusing me in chemistry. Kept trying to put the numbers first. Okay, so now that we got all the right words in the right places, you know the relationship between days and weeks. What's the relationship?
7 weeks.
1 day is 7 weeks?
1 week, 7 days.
7 days is 1 week.
7 days is 1 week. 1 week is 7 days. Yeah. And now, have I arrived where I want to be? So inches are gone. Days are gone. What's left over? Feet per week. That's what I want. Hit the buttons on the calculator. Now, what buttons? Anything in the top you multiply? Anything in the bottom you divide. Doesn't matter what order you do it in. You always start with the very first item, the 9.8. And you go times 7 divided by 12. Or you could go divide by 12 times 7. Makes no difference at all. Do whatever order you want, as long as you multiply by the numbers on the top and divide by the numbers on the bottom, it'll all be good.
It'll come out the same.
I promise you. I'm getting 5.71666666 feet per week. And we got to round to the right number of digits, but are you getting that right now on your calculator?
Yes.
How many significant digits?
2 in the original.
2 in the original. Got to have 2 in the answer, huh? 1, 2. The last one's the 7. Look 1 to the right. It's a 1. So leave it at 5.7 feet per week. That plant grows almost 6 feet a week.
Wow.
That's like, my height. 6 feet, that far in a week. That's craziness.
If we can grow corn the same way, it would be great.
What grows?
If we can grow corn.
Oh, corn. Yeah, we could feed people quickly.
With everything.
All right, so is that good? Is that making sense on the double ones like that? Let's try another one of those double ones. How about, I'm looking at number 7 as well. It says 360. What's PT? Oh, pints. Yeah. Pints per day equals cups per hour. So the baby blue whale drinks 360 pints of its mother's milk each day. 360 pints per day. Can we change that to cups per hour? This one's going to have like 3 fractions instead of just 2. A little bit longer. Well, depending on how you do it. So remember, the first thing is to write it as a normal fraction. Remember, you're motivated at every step by the words you want to get rid of.
And cups. Where is the cups? 2 cups.
I think it should come out 30 cups per hour. You getting that?
I'm not sure. I don't have a calculator, so just waiting for somebody to get. I got the number
Set up.
Yeah.
You got it? You want me to jump in? You ready? Getting 30? A couple of you? Yeah, the sheet.
I don't know.
You can use it.
Can I just take a picture and then I can print it?
Sure. All right. You can use it till you need to go.
Yeah.
You can see it okay on your phone? Okay.
Yeah, I got it. 30.
No, I
Give me
can
the
print it
calculator.
from the test.
30 cups a day.
All right. So what are we motivated by? Stuff I want to get rid of. I want to get rid of pints. Right? I don't want pints. You could start by getting rid of days, by the way. It doesn't really matter. You got to get rid of both of them. You can do it either order. So I'm going to get rid of pints. And what could I go to easily? Cups?
Yes.
So what does it say? In fact, this is the one I never know. Is it 2 pints in a cup?
Yeah, 2 pints a day equal 2 cups.
Oh,
per
2
hour.
cups in a pint, yeah. 2 cups, 1 pint.
Yes.
Good so far. If I stop right now, what units am I in?
I don't have hours.
Cups per day.
Yeah.
And I want cups per hour. So I don't want days, right? Remember, you're motivated by what you want to lose, what you want to cancel out. I want days to go away. They're in the bottom. Where do I put them?
The top.
On the top. And now what do you do? Yeah, you could go, oh yeah, go to hours. And what's the relation between days and hours?
1 day, 24 hours.
1 day, 24 hours. Days will cancel out. Oh, so I guess it's the same as the last one, huh? I thought it was going to be an extra fraction. I was wrong. Just like that. So what do you do? It's 360 times 2 divided by 24. Is that good? So what's that?
30 cups per hour.
Yeah, 30. So it's 30 cups per hour. And we don't need to round it or anything because the original had 2 significant digits. Remember that last 0 is not significant. Zeros are only significant when they come after a decimal, huh? So that one had 2 significant digits. This answer only has 1. So I don't need to cut it down. You can't beef it up. So you just leave it. It only has 1 significant digit, but that's fine. 30 cups per hour. Is this good? Are you ready to move on to another page? Feeling comfortable? Because we're going to go to the metric system. If you're good with that, I'm going to move to the metric, which is nice and easy, but they're going to start with giving us just some general feel of the metric system kind of stuff. They're going to say, okay, I don't know if you guys know, I'm reading, this is a nice little table on page 134, the explanation on page 134 in your book. Length is meters in the metric system, meters, centimeters, kilometers, millimeters, and then they give us a feel for those. A meter is like a yard. This is like, it's not exactly. But they want you to just kind of feel it. A meter is sort of like a yard. You know, what's a yard? 3 feet? You know, that long. So a meter's about like that long. About a yard, about 3 feet. And a centimeter is about a half an inch. A kilometer is just under 1 mile, less than 1 mile. And a millimeter, is that bigger or smaller?
Smaller.
Yeah. It's the thinness. How do I spell thinness? There are 2 N's. Thinness of a dime. A dime is a millimeter in width. Super tiny. And then weight. We'll go to weight. What are the metric units for weight?
Kilograms.
Pound.
So pounds would be the American units.
It says ton and pound.
Tons and pounds are for American units. We're doing metric. Grams, kilograms, and milligrams. Grams are like ounces. You know, not very much. Kilograms, a kilogram is about 2 pounds. And a milligram, mill is really small. It's like a pill. The weight of a pill. Super tiny. You know, the pills come in milligrams, don't they? How many milligrams of aspirin or whatever? On that. So there's units of weight. Notice how when the milli is in front of anything, it's super small. And when the kilo is in front, it's super big, huh? In fact, if you look at your chart, where is it?
It says 2.20 pounds.
Oh, see it at the bottom of the yellow chart?
Mm-hmm.
See the bottom of the yellow chart? See how metric units, metric measures, have a prefix and then a suffix, don't they? So they have, for length, they use meters, centimeters, kilometers, millimeters. And then for weight, they use grams. kilograms, milligrams. Making sense? See how it's that way? So if the front is kilo, that's big, milli, that's super small. And then if it's meters, you're talking length. If it's grams, you're talking weight. And then the third one on that chart. Oops, I lost my chart. Where's... liquid. Liquid or volume. Liquid or volume is in liters. So you could have like milliliters, which would be like an eyedropper. Super small milliliters. Or just plain liters, which is like a quart. A liter is about a quart. Aren't there 4 quarts in a gallon?
Yes.
So a liter is like a fourth of a gallon. A milliliter, again, milli is super small. That's like an eyedropper amount. And then finally, they have temperature. And what's the temperature for the metric system?
I don't see it.
Celsius.
Yeah.
Right? And what's the temperature for our system?
Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit. Okay. So there's the metric system and how things pan out. Let me give you a quiz question. I'll make a wager with y'all. I think the metrics, you guys, anybody regularly use the metric system? One person, okay. So most of us in here, I was too. I was raised on the American English system, you know. But the metric system is so much nicer that there's something you know better in the metric system. I bet more of you in this room know a fact in the metric system even better than you know it in the English system, because it's so much easier, even though almost all of you were raised on the English system. Here we go. What's the temperature at which things freeze? Don't say it out loud. For Fahrenheit, water freezes at normal atmospheric pressure, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Just think to yourself the answer. Here we got a number there. What's the freezing point? What's freezing in our system? Don't say it out loud. In Fahrenheit. What's freezing in Fahrenheit? I'm going to do a show of hands. See how many got it afterwards. Everybody got a number in their head?
Yes.
What is freezing in Fahrenheit? All right. What's the answer?
26 or 25?
32.
32.
32. So how many got 32? One. We're thinking two. 2 people got it? Okay. Now, you ready? Now I'm going to do, because that's weird, isn't it? 32. It's just like a weird number. All right, now don't say it out loud. Celsius, freezing. Think really simple. Just think, don't say it out loud. Give everybody a chance. Celsius freezing. Everybody got it in their head, their guess or whatever? All right, what is it?
0.
0. How many got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, more than got your own system. Because our system's hokey, right? That's why the whole world has gone to metrics except for America and one other country in South America. I forget which one. Everybody's.
Argentina, I guess.
Is that what it is? It might be.
0, yeah, maybe.
One of the other. Everybody else got metric is way easier. Yeah, 0 is freezing. Yeah, way easier. Celsius is just 0 freezing, 100 boiling. Whereas Fahrenheit is 32 freezing. Anybody know the boiling for Fahrenheit?
64.
212. 212 is boiling, and it's 100 in Celsius. So Celsius just makes it nice. Metric, everything is nice. It's all based on tens. And our number system is a base 10 number system. It's like a glove made for your hand. That's why, because we have a base 10 number system, and the metric system is base 10, so it fits hand in glove perfect. Whereas the American system is just 12s and 3s and weird stuff, so you got to use fractions. So let me show you. So you have that chart, right, on your the bottom of your yellow sheet, which says, it says kilo, like kilometer, hectometers, decameters, and right in the middle is meters, and then decimeters, centimeters, millimeters. And then that's all for the meters measurement. Then they have the same thing for grams, kilograms, hectograms, decagrams, grams in the middle. And decigrams, centigrams, milligrams. That's for weight. And then finally down below, they have for like liquid volume, kiloliters, hectoliters, decaliters, liters, deciliters, centiliters, milliliters. So Miss Becerra-Nader, who wrote this book, I grabbed her a couple hours ago just to make sure I had my act together, and she gave me the answer keys and everything so I wouldn't mix. I'm not teaching, I haven't taught this class for about 4 or 5 years. So I want to make sure, because some of those accuracy things kind of fool me. So I had to review. I had to spend an hour in my office and talk to Miss Becerra-Nader, the author of the book. Her office is right over there. And anyway, and she reminded me, well, actually I saw it in the book, the saying, kids hate doing math during Christmas morning. So if that helps you, it's in the book. But, kids, kids hate doing, it's the D, math, another D, during Christmas morning. Probably true. All right, anyway, that helps you. But anyway, you don't need to remember. You'll have this thing. But if you're anywhere else ever and you want to just do metrics, just remember that saying. Okay, so what do you mean? How do you do metrics? Let me jump down now. I'm on page, let me jump to page 544, and then I'll jump back to 543. 544, question number 1, says 25.6 meters equals how many kilometers? Let me show you how easy this is. You won't need a calculator. You'll do this sheet in like 5 minutes. All 16 problems once you get rolling. They're so easy. Here's what you do. It's going to be all about decimal movement. Remember I said in the beginning? I said metrics is just move the decimal. Don't need to make fractions.
Yes.
So here we go. So find meters on the chart. Where's meters? Right there. And how do we get to kilometers? If we're at meters, here's kilometers. So what do we got to do? 1, 2, 3 jumps back. From meters to kilometers. From meters to kilometers, I had to go 1, 2, 3 places back. So that means you grab the decimal and you go 1, 2, 3. When I go beyond the edge, what happens?
0.
A 0. Point
What
Oh.
page are we on?
256.
Oh,
Yeah, I skipped a page. I'm going to come back to that page. I'm on 544. I'll come back to 543. That's our answer, done. No calculator needed, no fractions required. Just move the decimal. Did everybody see that? So I went from meter. I was going from meter to kilometer. On the chart, meter to kilometer was 3 jumps left. So I took the decimal and went 3 jumps left. Done. Nothing else required. Let's try number. And we don't even have to worry about the number of digits and stuff because it's not changing. These will be super quick. Let's try the next one. 0.065 HL is how many CL? So find the HL. Where's the HL?
Second, please.
Here's HL. And go to CL.
Backwards.
1, 2, 3, 4 jumps to the right. From HL to CL is 4 to the right. So what am I going to do with the decimal? Go 4 to the right. Every one of those places is a decimal jump. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I go 1 beyond the edge. That brings in a 0. 650.
So when you bring it back, you don't have to leave that 0 there. You just drop the 0 off.
What was that?
You drop the 0 off because there's no need for it when you move the decimal back.
Oh, right. Those zeros in the front? Yeah, those aren't needed anymore. Yeah. Like, what would be the number 0650 with no decimal? That would make sense, right? It's just 650 now. So everybody see what I did there? I just went from HL to CL. I grabbed HL. 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps to the right. So I grabbed the decimal. 1, 2, 3, and 1 beyond the edge. Brought in the 0. 650. Yeah, you don't need the zeros in the front anymore because it's not a decimal number anymore. And we don't have to worry about rounding or changing the number of digits. We don't have to use our calculator. It's super quick. Metric system is beautiful, isn't it? It's made to fit our number system. Hand in glove. So you can just move the decimal. Try number 3. 0.15 dg equals how many mg? So how do you get from dg to mg? Where's dg? Here's dg. How do you get to mg? 1, 2 jumps to the right. Take the decimal. 1, 2 to the right. 15 mg. What could be easier, right? Not making sense on those. So the rest, let me jump to number 15. How about? Make sure they can't fool you. Number 15 says 7 liters equals how many kiloliters? Now they're not showing me the decimal on the 7. Like I don't see a decimal. So where is the decimal really when they're not showing it?
Right.
If I said, hey, the price for that is $7, and I didn't show the decimal,
7.0.
it means it's there. You don't need to show the zeros. It just means it's to the right, huh? It's right. Whoops, it's right there. So it's really right there, isn't it? If they don't show the decimal, it's like a period in a sentence. If somebody forgets to put on the period, you know where it goes. It's at the end. Same thing with the decimal number. If they don't put a decimal, it's really at the end. So, can we go liters to kiloliters? Where's liters? Here. Kiloliters is 1, 2, 3 jumps back. From liters to kiloliters, 3 jumps back. So take that decimal and go 1, I'm to the edge, 2, 3, 0.007. Not making sense?
What number are you on?
I jumped to 15.
Oh, okay.
Questions on the metric system?
1, 2, 3.
Jumping around within the metric system? All right, let's jump back. Let's jump back to 543, then we'll take our break. I skipped over page 543. I wanted to show you how the system worked first. 543 just has some real life questions. Like it says, okay, swimming pool. It just wants to see if you can feel the metric system. Is 120, then they want you to pick. Up here they have various options. They have km, kilometers, meters, millimeters, kg, kilograms, grams, milligrams, liters, milliliters, kiloliters. All right, so I'm on page 543. Which one of those units, 120, I had an old physics teacher. Back when I was in high school, I took physics, and if you ever gave an answer like 120 and you didn't give the units, you know, physics, it's all about real life things. I'm a math teacher, so I'm okay with 120, just whatevers, you know, no units, but not physics. I remember old Mr. Grimes. If you gave an answer in his class like 120, Mr. Grimes would say, what is that, Heron? 120 what? 120 dogs in the kennel? That was always his answer. Is that 120 dogs? What is that 120? So that's what they're asking. What is that 120? 120 what? If it's a swimming pool, first off, is it going to be, notice those 3 are all kinds of meters, those are all kinds of grams, and those are all kind of liters. See how they're in 3 groups? Mm-hmm. These 3 are for length, right? Meter is a length, and these are all weight, grams, and these are all liquid volume, right? Remember, liters are liquid volume, weight is grams, and length is the meter things. Okay, so first off, it's going to be one of these 3, isn't it? So which one do you think it is? Is it liters, milliliters, or kiloliters? Swimming pool's big. Which one of those is big? The kilo is the big one, huh? 120 kiloliters. Try the next one.
And we just put a KL right there.
That's all they want. Small water bottle. And they go 500 what? Small water bottle.
Milliliter.
Is it liter or milliliter?
Milliliter,
Yeah, remember how much a liter is? Let's go back. A liter is about, where is it? Oh, it's about a quart. So you wouldn't want 500 quarts. That'd be
Too much.
too much. It is milliliter. You guys are right on the money. Milliliter on that one. And on you go. Can I just leave it at that? And then, yeah, and then it has some more multiple choice on that kind of thing. So I think the rest will be good for you there. And then, how are we doing? Round to the actually given number. All right, are you guys good for? Here, let's just. What do you want to do? Can we go 5 more minutes and then take a break?
Can we do number 3 of that one? Would it be grams?
What's number 3?
Chili beans?
Chili beans.
125.
Can of chili beans.
Would it be milligrams or grams?
Chili beans.
Kilograms is too big.
425. Yeah, can of chili beans. Weight. It says weight. Yeah, I should mention weight. Weight. So you're right. Some kind of gram thing because it's weight. Weight. Yeah. Kilograms way too big. You're right. It's either grams or milligrams.
10 grams.
Yeah, it's got to be grams because milligrams is like pills.
Ah.
200 milligrams like an aspirin. Yeah, so it's going to be grams. You're right. Grams. Milligrams is like a pill. All right, let's move on to page 545. Let's just get started on that one. So I got to do temperature. Yeah, I better get moving here. Because I got to do temperature, then I want to review with you for your test. So we got to do this, and then we got to convert temperature. Of course, it's all the same. Well, temperature, we're going to use a formula, though, but that's okay. Number 1 on 545. Now, 24 inches, and they want me to convert it to centimeters. 24 inches to centimeters. Now, remember what I told you about whether you need to use decimals or fractions? When do we just move decimals? When do we just move decimals and we don't need fractions? When it's just metric to metric, when you're just living in the metric world. But if anything else gets into that world, any other units that are not metric, on either end, beginning, end, in between, whatever, it's corrupted and you got to use fractions. Is that making sense? So on this one, say this was on the exam Monday. These will be. I've told you I've seen the exam. It's still up here for the highest bidder. You know, after the break, certain amount of money on the table. No, I'm just totally joking around. Probably inappropriate joking. I do that every now
Well,
and then.
hypothetically, how much are we talking?
So there'll be questions like this.
We'll all pool our money.
But Juanita will come back and she'll go, man, the class did great on that exam. Oh, and I'll just go, yeah, I am such a great teacher. Wow. Sorry, I'm just joking around.
And you can tell her, did you see my new car?
That's right. That's right. What a car. What a class. I'll sub anytime. All right. So, okay. So because we have English units here, we have to use fractions. We have to use fractions. Does that make sense? If it was just metric, then you can just move decimals. So we're going to have to use fractions, which means we do what we did before, where we go 24 inches over 1. Remember that kind of thing? And where are we going to put the inch? Let you take it from there. So you'll be looking on your yellow sheet for the conversion. Inches on the bottom.
So we're going to multiply first.
Centimeters.
So we put them on the top, huh?
It's 2.54.
Yeah, find it on the chart there. That's right. Where is it?
It's right there where metric systems.
on the yellow chart?
The bottom part where we were.
Oh, yeah, these are all on the bottom. Thank you. They're all down here on the bottom on the yellow thing. Yeah, I couldn't find them. Yeah, 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters, huh?
So then it would be
Yeah, I guess,
24 times 58.5.
So is that going to be multiply or divide?
Multiplication.
Because on the top, huh?
So I got 60.96.
60.9. Now we have to worry, though, about how many to round, and all that.
So there's only two.
2.
So it would be 61.
Yep, exactly, because you stop at the 0, look 1 to the right, 61, huh? Just 2 digits. So we're back to that business whenever something from the English system gets involved. Right? That makes sense on that? 61 centimeters. So if you see that on the exam on Monday, you'll see the English units, and you'll go, oh yeah, I got to use fractions. Whereas the other ones, if it's just metric to metric, you'll know just move the decimal using the chart that they have there, right? Good. Okay, so let's try one more. So how about, that's some inches, quarts to liters. Why don't we just going to jump down to something weird. How about like number 13? 525 acres equals how many HA? What is that? Yeah. Hectares. Yeah, it's on your chart. It's on the English metric conversion chart. See if you
So
can
we're
get that.
number 13.
Number 13.
This division.
So we start with the 524 acres over 1 times, where do I put acres? Down below. I put in the top the HA. And what does it say? It says 1 hectare is 2.47 acres. So that's a divide, isn't it? And I'm getting 212.55 HA. How many?
Three.
Significant? 3. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. This is my last one. Look 1 to the right.
So it's
2, 1, 3, because it was 5. Round it
How
up.
did you get 5.55 and I got 212.1457?
I don't know. I'd have to see what
Did
you
round up?
did. Why don't we? Shall we take a break there? We'll
Okay.